Ladies and gentlemen, we are back.
Hello.
Uncontested Podcast, man. Featuring a new guest, permanent guest actually now.
I have a cat now.
Yeah.
This is Olive. Would you like to say hello? Okay. It's my new cat. She really likes the microphone cord.
Yeah.
So I'm going to need you to stop.
How did you come up on this feline?
So funny story actually. I was home alone for a weekend because my parents were at a wedding. They went out of town to go to a buddy of my dad's wedding. And so they went. I stayed home, had to watch the dog. So they're supposed to come back Sunday. My mom texted me Saturday night a picture of a cat. And I was like, what? And so I was talking to my parents. They went to the wedding, went to a bar after, because I guess the wedding was done pretty early. Came home from the bar, and outside their hotel was this cat. And my parents, specifically my mom, I got crust on my nose.
Yum.
It's cold out, all right? It's winter. You might catch me looking a little rough from time to time, but it's not my fault. But yeah, so my mom didn't want to leave the cat outside. It's cold. There's not a whole lot of there wasn't a whole lot in the area. Like she said, there wasn't really houses or anything around. So she was like, I don't think it's just a cat that's an outdoor cat because there's not really houses. So they brought it into their hotel room. She stayed in the hotel room overnight, everything like that. And so I managed to convince them to bring her home. And I told them to check to see if she had a chip.
Mm-hmm.
And if she didn't,
else's cat.
Yeah. But I don't know if there wasn't a place to check nearby or if they just didn't have time. But they said that they were gonna bring her home and then check once they got home.
Right.
So they brought her home. We let her, kind of hang out, see how she got along with the dog and everything. And she's super chill. And took her over to the vet, got her checked for a chip. No chip. Now she's my cat. Because
I got a new pet in the house.
Yeah, so we got a cat all the way out of Beckley, West Virginia. It's 4.5, 5 hours away. Nobody's probably ever heard of it, but that's...
Shout out Beckley, West Virginia, man.
And if you somehow come across this and you're from Beckley, West Virginia, and this is your cat, no, it's not. It's mine now. No chip.
Come get her.
No proof.
See what happens, bro.
That's Olive. It's my cat now.
Come get her, man. Yeah, super cool cat. I'm not even a huge cat guy. I haven't been in the past, but I like all animals, but I like that cat a lot. I like cats too.
Yeah, see, that's my thing too. Is I'm definitely not a cat person. If you ask me dogs or cats, I prefer dogs. I'm a dog person, but I don't dislike cats either. I think it depends on the cat, which is kind of similar with dogs too. Yeah. Honestly, like you said, I just like animals. So it's if you have a cat and it's a cool cat, I like your cat. Grace has a cat, I love her cat. Theo's dope. And now I have a cat, Olive's dope. I think it kind of just comes down to how you
the person kind of
how you take care of your pets. If you teach your pets to be cool, or if they're just naturally cool, then they're cool. Plus, dude, cats are they're so if they're chill, they're so chill. I'll literally be sitting there playing video games or whatever, and she'll just,
it's not a dog that comes up to you and needs
she'll either just jump up and lay down next to me, or sometimes she'll jump up and just lay on my legs. What she really likes to do, which is really funny, is she'll jump up, lay down for a little bit. Then she gets up and jumps up onto the back of the couch and just lays down up there.
That's tough.
And it's so funny.
It's like your guard cat.
The other day, bro, I'm sitting here playing, I don't know if I was playing FIFA or Call of Duty. That's not important. But I was playing Xbox, and she was sitting up there, and I just hear, and I turn around, she's gone. she was laying up there, and I guess she like rolled over and just fell off the back of the couch. I looked over the back of the couch. She's tucked back in that corner, and she was just looking up at me like,
yeah. She's like,
I was like, see, this is why you can't roll over when you're if you're in a narrow space, you can't roll over. Like here, you can roll over a little bit, but up there, you have to pick a position and stay in it. Yeah. So,
bro, I just cannot trust people that aren't good with animals.
Yeah.
Like if you're not good with animals, bro, like, I mean, like we can still I'm not gonna be like, no, I hate you now. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I feel like animals pick up on vibes too. So it's like if you're not, if animals don't like mess with you, like obviously there's gonna be some dogs and cats that just either are like assholes, like we were talking about. That's just like their training, whatever. But like if in general cat or animals just don't mess with you, bro, like, you know what I mean? What are you doing?
Yeah, I think I definitely agree with you because honestly, for the most part, most animals like me. Like I feel like
I've never really come across like an animal that likes other people that doesn't like me.
Like I mean, like cats, like, you know, cats are very independent. So like if I'm at somebody's house and they have a cat, the cat might not like run up to me and everything, but like But for the most part, like especially with dogs, like they'll come up to me. They always seem to like me. People have actually like said to me like it, you know, it seems like all animals like just kind of like you, and I think that's just because they can kind of sense, like you said, they can kind of sense my vibe. They can sense that I like animals. Yeah. So like when my parents said that they were bringing her home, I didn't even know if we were going to get to keep her because we had to get her checked for a chip and everything. I literally woke up, went to the pet store down the street, got her a litter box, got her food, got her all that stuff that she would need, even if it was just for like a short period of time. Cause it was like, well, I'm not going to have the cat living like a little homeless person, even if it's somebody else's cat. Like I'm gonna make sure the cat is taken care of. So I think if you care about animals, they can kind of sense that. Yeah. And so
for sure.
I think she's on the shoelace. She's on the shoelace.
Yeah.
New Air Forces?
Yeah, they are new.
They look new.
Thanks.
I like them.
Got some new shoe game, man. It's been good. But
lay down and just relax.
That's a good little life update you got. I guess I'll give my life update real quick. Make it short. It has not been a good couple weeks for the kid. But in the same token, it has been a good couple weeks for a lot of people. You know, we've kind of talked about it. Unfortunately, you know, somebody close to us passed away. Our old basketball coach, which is super sad, very sudden too. You know, he was just a great guy who was loved by so many people. So, I mean, that was rough. I'm still kind of processing that. And then recently, like literally 2 days ago, I think 2 days ago, my close friend Carlos Hatcher, his brother passed away, and he literally turned 16 today, or he would have, with a heart condition. So, you know, it's been rough. And it's been like weird because obviously I don't think I've like processed it fully either. Like I'm kind of just numb right now. Yeah. But in the same token, and I know that, you know, this might be like kind of weird, but I almost feel like selfish in a way to feel so sad. Like I get that everybody feels sad, but it's like I feel sad, but I can't imagine how much sadder and like how much more it impacts like the direct families. Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? And I know like it's probably normal to like feel like a little selfish just because you're just like, you know, like this isn't directly affecting me, even though obviously I care about both those people a lot. Mm-hmm. It's definitely harder for other people. But yeah, you know, it's been rough, but I think that the good and bad thing about stuff like this when it happens is, you know, we've talked about it before, how you just have to be so appreciative of, you know, every day you get. But it kind of sucks that we're reminded of that when tragedy happens. And it's like, we talked about it earlier. It's like, oh, appreciate every day, blah, 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 this and that. It's like so much easier said than done, bro, because we definitely don't do that.
Oh yeah.
You know 100%. What I mean? Like we say it, but it's so hard to actually do that. And it's stuff like this that happens that makes you realize that you really got to appreciate every day. And you also got to tell people like that you love, you know, that you love them. And, yeah. Because you never know when the last time that'll be. But, you know, just want to give a quick little update on that, not to make it too sad or anything, but, you know, it's been hard. But it's been hard for a lot of people too. So yeah, it's not just me.
The whole point of, like, obviously the whole point of our podcast is to shoot the shit, have fun and everything like that. But
yeah, just being real
about
too.
Whatever we like. We're not just gonna act like shit doesn't happen just because this isn't funny. Like
just
the
life.
whole purpose of it is to be funny, but it's also like just to talk about whatever.
Yeah.
So
to be real too, like stuff that's going on. You know, you gotta
exactly.
You gotta talk about it. So
I think kind of going off of what you said, like I think whenever something tragic happens, whenever anyone passes away, whether it's like a friend, a family member, I think it's always like our feelings are always rooted in selfishness in the sense that like, yes, you're sad that that person is gone, obviously, but like selfishly, you want them to still be there with you. Like it's not, it's, you can have like, you know, oh, like I wish this didn't happen, but like, you're also like, oh, like I wish they were here still. But like, if you believe in an afterlife, heaven, you know, can't think of the other afterlife words, nirvana, like whatever. If you're a religious person or a spiritual person, you believe in all that stuff, then undoubtedly, you know that person is in a better place. They're not suffering. They're not dealing with any more pain. They're not like, you know, they're not experiencing any harm or anything bad. So the only reason that you feel that way is because you selfishly wish they were still there with you, because you know they're technically, if you are a religious or spiritual person, they're in a better place. Yeah. And so I think that's it's always weird to
it is.
Like, because you don't really, nobody knows, you know, like if you're religious, spiritual, it's what you believe in, but there's no concrete proof. You're
not going to know until you're there.
Yeah. Like there's no definitive proof. Oh, heaven is real, or, oh, nirvana is real. Like I've reached nirvana. There's no proof that any of that is actually true. You're just walking by faith, which is
good
great.
Thing,
you know, that's like, it's good that you have that. It's good that you believe in that, because, you know, sometimes everybody needs something to turn to, but it's always weird because it's like, you don't know what happens. And
that's the craziest part. You just gotta wait and see.
Yeah, you don't know until it happens to you, really. And nothing could happen. Just be darkness.
Could be. That would suck.
Dude, I don't know. Like now, like
I've heard stories about people who have like passed away and come back, and every single one of them, at least from what I've heard when they talk about it, they're like, it is so peaceful because all your worries, all your stresses, everything that bothers you when you're alive, obviously there's way more pros than cons, I would hope, for, you know, people listening.
Yeah.
But all of them say, all of my worries just go right away and they're just peaceful.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man.
We'll see.
Hopefully
not soon, but
all that stuff is just so like,
it's a trip.
I don't know like what's scarier, the thought of being like conscious eternally, or just like nothing happening.
I see what you're saying.
Like, like saying like, oh, you hope
because
nothing
then you're
happens.
consciously knowing that you're never going to be back down with people who are still like technically like alive in that sense.
Yeah, and even if that's not even a thought in your head, like say like, oh, you reach, you know, heaven or whatever, and like there's nothing negative, everything is all positive. Like, do I even still want to exist technically forever? Like,
yeah, that's what you're saying.
But also at the same time, like passing away and then just it just being darkness, like just nothing happens. I'm nothing. Like that's also scary. So like,
yeah,
death is one of those things that I think about often.
Same.
In the sense that like I'm just always like, oh, like
what's gonna
happen? It could happen at any moment, everything like that. And you know, unfortunately, we've experienced in the past couple weeks 2 examples of that it can just kind of come out of nowhere, like when you least expect it. So
shit sucks, dude. To be honest with you, it's been rough, but you know, that's the thing too. Life keeps going. You know, you obviously want to grieve and appreciate those people, and you're super sad. But the thing about life is it just keeps rolling. You gotta make the best of it, and you know, live vicariously through them and continue their legacy. You know what I mean? Just set a good example. So that's what I'm trying to do going forward. But
yeah. So you know, thoughts to anybody who is close specifically. I mean, obviously we were both, like you more so than me, but
yeah, we both close.
Both close with Coach Koss.
Yep.
Had an impact on both of our lives for sure. You know, thoughts and prayers out to his family. Thoughts and prayers out to Carlos and his family as well. You know, I don't even know too much about that situation, obviously, just from what I've seen.
Yeah.
But you know, it's not really my place to dive into it either. Just know that I'm thinking about y'all, and I hope that y'all are doing well. Cause like dude, when I heard that news, all I thought about was like being him being on the basketball team, like our JV year, and like all of us playing together. You know, obviously Coach Koss is a part of that, and then you got JJ like running around the gym when he was still little. Like it's weird because it's like it's almost all connected in a way.
I know.
Like that point in time, all of those people were in the same place, and so it's like,
yeah,
it definitely. You know, I haven't really thought about it. Or haven't really thought about, you know, his little brother or anything too much lately. But like when I heard that news, I was like, that was the first thing that popped in my head, and I was like, damn,
yeah,
sucks. And now, you know, but yeah, it's just unfortunately a part of life, and everybody kind of goes through it.
Yep.
But it doesn't mean that it's any easier for it's always hard. So hug your loved ones. Definitely. Tell people you care about them.
Yeah, you got to.
And just enjoy life, man, because it could
be
stop at any moment.
No.
Any moment.
Yep. Well.
But you know, let's switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, lighten up the mood.
Yeah, let's get out of there. You know, we did our condolences, everything like that. Now let's talk about some music.
I like music.
Let's hear what music you've really been listening to lately, or a song in particular.
I will give you a song.
Okay.
Sex on Fire by Kings of Leon. This is a very classic old school song. I think a lot of people, pretty much everybody, I feel like should know this song.
I've probably heard it, but I can't say that.
No?
Like I've probably have.
You 100% have heard it.
I can't say off the top of my head I like know
That's
it.
fair.
I'm not a Kings of Leon listener, so I'm sure I've heard it, but
yeah, just an old school classic like rock song, dude. I've noticed recently too, like I've honestly gotten away from rap, and I'm more so now into like house, EDM. Or house, not really EDM, but house music, and then like alternative, indie, and like rock. I don't know.
Nice.
I grew up, so Vinny Sacks family had like a huge impact on me. Listen to that type of music because they like had like their own like a family band or whatever.
Yeah,
and they'd play a lot of Journey. They'd play a lot of like AC/DC. They play a lot, you know, just like that type of music. So that's why I listen to a lot more so subconsciously, just because I couldn't really like remember the stuff, and then it comes back up now. I'm like, oh, I remember that.
Yeah. So
that's what I got. Very different from what I normally pick, but
yeah, for sure.
Good song. I like it.
Nice. For me, you know, I kind of bounce around rap here. It's obviously predominantly rap, but you know, bounce around a little bit with some different things. Not doing that this week.
No.
I'm going with Hell Yeah by Sofago and Ken Carson. It's I mean, if you know anything about Sofago or you listen to Sofago, you kind of know a tiny
bit, but
you kind of know a little bit of his sound. It's kind of like a hyper pop, like, you know, that kind of like a lot of synth, everything like that kind of sound. Very new age sound. And it's just I like Sofago a lot. This is off his latest project, which a lot of people did not like. A lot of people that are big fans of Sofago were not a fan of it. I thought it was okay. I think he was getting real experimental with it, and maybe a little bit too experimental. But this song goes hard. Hell yeah. Sofago and Ken Carson. Ken Carson, kind of tough too, you know, if you
two very different names, Sofago and then Ken Carson.
Yeah, Ken Carson just sounds like a regular white guy, right?
Works for you. He's in an insurance company. 9-to-5 job.
He's not. He's very much not a regular white guy.
He's like, he gets the haircut. He's like, yo, can you fuck my shit up real quick? All right, thanks. But I guess this is not the case for him.
Nah, he's a rapper.
Nice.
Or a artist. You know, I don't know. I don't know if people...
Shout out Ken Carson.
I feel like a lot of people don't like to be called rappers these days. I feel like a lot of them are
people don't like being... People in general don't like being put in a box.
Yeah. Because I'm not a rapper, I'm an artist.
Because then they feel like they can't, if you call somebody a rapper and they do like a different style of music, they can't get out of that. You know what I mean? They have to be a rapper. They have to rap.
Facts.
Yeah.
But kind of going back to, you know, weekly or not weekly stuff, but like, you know, just recent updates, because we haven't recorded in a while because you know, as Spencer said, things have been going on.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, we were supposed to record, and then Spencer flaked because he's a bitch.
I got busy.
I was busy. I'm starting to think you just don't don't care about me.
Nah.
You don't care about
me. The last month of the year for corporate like businesses sucks.
Oh no, I'm sharp. I know, but
I worked on I was supposed to record on Thursday, so Wednesday, Thursday, and then Friday. Yeah, because I worked that Friday. I don't work this Friday. Bro, I would get up. I usually work 8 to 5, just to not even have to deal with other people like sending me stuff. I'd wake up at 7. I'd try to get as much work that I had like on my like ticketing queue and like just the contracts I had to do, and then it'd come around to like 12 or 1, and then my manager and just other people would just start boom, 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 boom. So I mean, bro, I was working essentially 7 to at least 7:30.
Yeah.
Or Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Yeah.
And I was just burnt out. And I was just like, dude, we'll worry about this when I'm off, because now I have 12 days off. So we're gonna get back ahead on the podcast, but it's been busy, man. It's hard with not an excuse, but stuff just gets busy, and
yeah. No, I mean, I'm not gonna. Obviously, if you're busy, you're busy.
Yeah.
But we're especially now that we've got some time to really get ahead.
Yeah, I'm excited for now. It'll be nice.
We cannot look back.
Yeah.
Especially if we do want to, keep improving this stuff and everything like that. I only need you for about a couple hours a week, so we'll, especially if we're ahead, should not be an issue.
No.
But we're gonna have to really lock in,
Definitely.
figure it out. Especially once I find a job too. I know it's gonna be
it's gonna be even more
difficult, but we're gonna have to do it.
Yeah.
So we'll have to just figure that out. But
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's been like damn near 3 weeks since we recorded at this point. So
we recorded with Grace the week before this last week, didn't we?
It's been over 2 weeks, because we recorded one and then we recorded one like 2 days later, and then we dropped
we were
one.
A week ahead.
We dropped one, and then a week passed, and then we dropped another one, and then now we missed Monday. It's been like 2.5 weeks. I see what you're saying.
It's been 2.5 weeks since we recorded last, but it's only been a week since we posted.
Yeah, it's been like 2.5 weeks since we recorded, so
that makes
we're
sense.
a little bit rusty out here.
Yeah,
but like I said, going back to like things that have been going on, I'm addicted to conspiracy theory podcasts now. Because we were talking, and it's weird because like I wouldn't even consider myself a conspiracy theorist, and the conspiracy theory podcast that I listen to, I'm pretty sure it is just called that, like just conspiracy theories.
Is that the one where Nick dropped in the chat the MK Ultra?
Yeah, so Nick sent the one about MK Ultra, which if you don't know about MK Ultra, you should really go listen to that podcast or look it up on your own time. It's fucking crazy. I already knew about MK Ultra. I went on a very deep dive one time and like read all about it, but I still listened to it because I was like very interested, and I wanted to know if there was anything that that I didn't already know or hadn't heard or maybe forgot about. So I listened to that, and there was a 2-part thing. So the first episode was they just talk about like the facts, like what happened, and I think that's why I like this podcast, because it's called Conspiracy Theories, but they go over like, oh, these are the facts.
It's not like biased. It just states out what actually
these
happened.
Are the facts of what happened. And then because it was a 2-parter, they did a second episode, and that was where they like broke down some of the conspiracies, and they like talk about like, what the conspiracy is, everything like that. And then they rate how believable they think it is, which I think is cool, because like they're not, they even say it in their like little intro thing. They're like, we're not conspiracy theorists.
That's pretty cool that they actually give like a unbiased, or as unbiased as it can be, take on it. They're just stating out the facts, and they're like, all right, do we think this happened? How believable? Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So that was the first time I heard that one, was the MK Ultra one, because I was super interested in MK Ultra, and I still am. Seriously, if you don't know about MK Ultra, go look into it. It's some crazy shit.
I started listening to it, and then I was just exhausted. I fell asleep after like 20 minutes. But from what I listened to in that podcast, is pretty cool.
Basically, the government, specifically at the CIA, just started giving people LSD without telling them. Just studying what happens when you give people LSD. Very crazy shit. And it's like a factual thing. It happened. But yeah, so I listened to that. And then I started listening to another one, which was about the Chicago Tylenol murders. Do you know anything about those?
No.
So basically, I mean, just a brief summary. It's the sole reason why over-the-counter drugs and everything that you can get at pharmacies and all that are like so tightly sealed. Like, you got the the little thing that you got to break, everything like that. Like, they're tamper proof. In, I want to say, what was it, 1982? I want to say 1982, 1983, something like that. That wasn't the case. And what happened was, in Chicago, there was a series of deaths, and they all happened like within like a day or two. I think it was 7 deaths, and they were able to connect the dots that all, because they like take a itinerary of like everything that like a person ingested like before they died to like try to figure out, oh, maybe this will happen. All of them had taken Tylenol. I think all of them were extra strength Tylenol too. And
did they take like too high of a dosage, or it was just
no?
They
So
set on
because back then Tylenol didn't have tamper proof everything. It was just, you could just take the top off, put stuff in it. There was somebody who, I'm assuming they don't know. It's unsolved, by the way. Like, nobody ever got actually caught for it. There's a guy that everybody is pretty sure did it, but he was never like formally arrested and convicted of this crime. But what they believe happened is this guy went into, you just spilled again.
Not on me, no, a little bit.
But this guy, they believe he went into a pharmacy, bought, a certain amount of Tylenol bottles, took them home, replaced them with cyanide pills.
Jesus.
And then took them back to pharmacies in the Chicago suburban areas, and then people obviously bought the Tylenol.
It's like a different version of like the Unabomber, bro.
Kinda. And it's weird because in a weird way, like, listening to this podcast, they were talking about how like they're, at one point in time they were like, yo, maybe this Unabomber guy is involved. Yeah. And but yeah, it was just another one of those things. I had heard of it before, but I had never really listened to it. Like MK Ultra, I was very aware of what it is and what was going on. This, it was like I had heard of the Tylenol murders, but I didn't know much about them. And so I started listening to it, and I still have to listen to the last one because this one was actually a 3-part series, because it was they did it in conjunction with another podcast, which is just called like Serial Killers. Like it was like a host from the one podcast. I would like that one a lot. And they serial killers. It was like a three-parter. The last one is kind of similar to the MK Ultra one, where they talk about some of the conspiracies and break down like, oh, like how reasonable is this? I haven't listened to that one yet, so I still got to do that. But bro, I don't know what it is, but it's just, I think I just like dark shit. And then it's interesting to learn about too at the same time. Yeah,
it's just cool to know like the stuff that they don't tell you. You know what I mean? Or like you think you know, but you don't know. It's that type of thing, and then it just blows your mind because you're like, sometimes it connects dots on certain things. You're like, wow, that happened because of this. Like probably that makes so much sense. It's just stuff that they don't tell you, and like there's so much stuff that we don't know that goes on that we'll probably never know, but stuff that gets uncovered and you know what I mean, like peeled back a little bit. You're like, wow. So
yeah, bro, the MK Ultra thing is wild.
I need to finish that.
If you're a person that believes that the government shouldn't be trusted, then
you might like this.
That's definitely another reason to add to your list if you didn't already know about it, because that shit is actually insane. Like it's actually crazy that it happened, and it wasn't that long ago. Like it was like up through the.
It's like 40 years.
Up through the 70s, I think. Something like that. I don't know. I can't remember exactly when it stopped off the top of my head, but it's just insane.
Less than half a century ago.
Some of them people are still kicking. That's a problem. Yeah. But
crazy.
Yeah, so that's what's been going on in my life. I have a cat, and I'm addicted to listening to the Conspiracy Theories podcast.
Two pretty cool things, man. Nice. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, I see one that I wanna talk about real quick, and you put this up actually. Celebrity crush or crushes right now.
I did put that.
You did. I think one of ours might be, if you have one, might be the same one.
I mean,
one of mine too.
Okay. First person that comes to mind, Madeline Klein from
Madeline Klein
series Outer Banks.
Oh, I never watched that, so I have no idea.
She's fire. And obviously, like, I mean, let's just call it. It is what it is.
Call a spade a spade,
Zendaya
man.
is everybody's celebrity crush at this point.
Zendaya is
Like,
ridiculous. She is ridiculous.
She's also a fire actress.
It's
too.
just that natural, like that natural beauty.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You're not putting on anything. You're not enhancing anything. Like it's just you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I'm probably forgetting, like, because
is Kelsey Plum on the list, bro?
I mean, Kelsey Plum is. Here's the thing though. Kelsey Plum is on the list, but like, I don't know. Like, obviously she's a celebrity, but like, when I was thinking celebrities, I was thinking like
movies, and TV
actresses,
and,
like everything like that. But yeah, Kelsey Plum is definitely on the list. Kelsey Plum is valid, and she's a hooper.
Yeah, makes her extra tough.
Extra tough.
Yeah, for sure.
But I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that. I'll think a little bit. You got any that you'd like to contribute?
Kelsey Plum was one. Obviously, you kind of already spoke on that. Bro, Meghan Markle. So she was married to, I don't know if she still is.
Prince Harry.
Bro. Oh my goodness.
I forgot about her,
she
bro.
Is beautiful, dude.
I forgot about her.
Absolutely beautiful, bro. Crazy.
I honestly can't even really remember what she looks like off the top of my head, but
she's worth a look up.
Okay, well
100%, dude.
Then a look up will be done.
So I'd say Kelsey Plum, Meghan Markle, Zendaya. It's the only ones I really got off the top of my head, at least right now.
Oh yeah,
I think she's beautiful.
Yeah, she's good looking.
Yeah. Oh, you know who actually, this is one, and we talked about it a while ago. Look up the movie A Beautiful Mind. And it's the actress in A Beautiful Mind. And it's more so just how she looks in this movie. I wonder if they'll show her.
What's her name?
I'm trying to remember. It's I don't know if it's Alicia.
Her?
Jennifer Connelly, yeah, in that movie. More so just in that, I know, trust me, I know. But in the movie, he said, what?
No, I was just thrown off by that one picture.
Nah, in the movie, it's more so just in the movie itself because
I feel that.
Yeah, I also looked her up, like,
and you're like,
I'm like, I mean, no, she's not bad.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But like,
yeah.
I know what you're saying though, because there have been times where I've like watched
like, wow.
a show or movie, and I'm like, wow, that's an attractive person, and then I look up who they are, and I'm like, I feel like I've seen them before or whatever, so I look up who they are, and then I'm like, everything else, I'm like, why do you look way different?
Yeah, bro.
Why do you look so good in that movie, and then everywhere else you like, still look fine,
still look attractive, but it's not what I thought. It's very different. Yeah, if you look up Jennifer Connelly in A Beautiful Mind, my opinion, she looks just stunning.
Let me see if I can. Oh, see, I 100%. Dude, I get what you're saying.
It's literally
the hair. It's the hair.
And that red shirt, bro. Get out of here.
I get what you're saying,
just
though.
Look how she's looking in that first picture, bro. Like, come on, dude.
Yeah. I 100% get what you're saying. Oh, Scarlett Johansson.
That's easy.
Yeah, that specifically Scarlett Johansson in any Black Widow movie when she has red hair.
Yep.
I don't know why.
Fire.
But the red hair
and the bodysuit.
Dude, honestly, I don't even care what she's wearing, but
doesn't hurt.
The bodysuit's cool, but
I
don't know why. But Scarlett Johansson with red hair is fire.
Oh yeah, big time.
But
she's beautiful.
I don't know how to spell, but this is Madeline Klein.
Oh,
she's just attractive.
I like that one with the brown hair, kind of up on the top row. It's like the 5th picture.
This one?
No.
I don't know, bro. She kind of she kind of looked like a child.
I know. That's bad.
You can take him back.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that back. I'm gonna take that back. But yeah, she is beautiful.
But yeah,
that's going.
I don't think there's. I mean,
now it's just like me just thinking of people I think is attractive.
Yeah, you know I'm definitely. There's definitely others that I've like missed, but like I think I'm trying to, because it's weird. Like my celebrity crushes kind of like rotate because it depends on like what I'm watching at the time or like whatever.
Megan Fox and Transformers.
Fire.
Ridiculous. Even now, obviously she always looked amazing,
but kind of transitioning actually
Yeah.
From this to something kind of on the same page. Since I was talking about things that I've been watching and celebrity crushes, I know you haven't seen it, but there's a new series out Wednesday. Wednesday, starring Jenna Ortega, because she's like, I don't know what happened, but like all of a sudden, like she's like everybody's celebrity crush. Like everybody's like, oh my god, she's amazing.
When she was on Us, right? The series You. That's it. Jesus. Yeah.
As like the little girl or whatever.
Mm-hmm. That was when she probably made her first like stardom into like the whole.
Yeah. And see, here's my
scene,
thing.
whatever.
That's why she's not like my celebrity crush. Like she's attractive, whatever,
For sure.
cool. But like, because when I first think of her, I think of her on You. I'm like,
Yeah,
I can't do
that.
that.
I can't do that.
I can't like flip that switch.
How old is she?
I think she's like 20.
Really?
I don't know that for sure. She's
beautiful as well.
Let's look it up. We're just looking.
It's funny that you say that too, because in my fraternity group chat, a couple of guys were talking about how like they obviously all like had like a little like crush on her or whatever, and then somebody was just like, "Bro, you can't say that." But yeah,
she's 20. So like, 20. It's not even like it's like that.
No, it's not
weird. But
2 years older than her, it's not.
For some reason, it's like, I don't know.
You picture her as what you probably first saw, and you're like, I feel like I can't do that. It's like a Disney star, right? You see them when they're young, and you're like, oh, like that was like funny, and then you see them now, and they're literally our age, and you're just like, oh wow.
It's weird, like you don't like connect that thing. Like
the switch.
You'll think of a show that you haven't seen in forever, and then you'll see them as an adult, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like you just assume that they're gonna stay a kid.
Exactly.
But nah. So
she's also very talented too. She's become like a huge star.
That's where I was going with this actually, because like it kind of transitioned from like, you know, everybody's got like a crush on her. Like dude, she pops up on my TikTok like every 6 TikToks.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
But like every 6 TikToks, it's just like somebody being like, oh my god, Jenna Ortega.
It's
and it's
meta,
just like a slideshow of like
how
her
it's
pictures.
Gonna be. Yeah.
But I watched the her new series Wednesday, and actually recently I watched a movie that she was in, and it was like a smaller film, and I actually came across it on TikTok. Like it was like a clip, and I got intrigued, and I went and watched it. It's called The Fallout, and it's about like, it's basically a story of like her character. I think her name is Veda in the movie, and they get caught in a school shooting.
Jesus.
And like it's the fallout after, like how her and like the other people like cope with it.
Like that on TikTok, bro, or something too. Yeah, I did actually.
It's a very like it. I don't know. It didn't get the best reviews, but like I personally thought it was really good. I thought it was like, especially because it had like a really like important message, and like it's a very real thing that could happen.
You know what's crazy is why I think maybe it didn't get such good reviews. And again, this is just a thought, right? Something like that is so like personal and like just like
it's like so on the nose.
Yeah, that it's almost like I wonder if it would make people feel weird if they did give it such a good rating.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can see that. But so I watched that, and then I watched the new series Wednesday. That show is actually really good. I really liked it. I would recommend it.
What's it about?
So, I mean, you know the Addams Family, right? Like it's kind of like, you might not know a whole lot about it, but like the Addams Family, they got like the song, with the clapping and everything like that, or the snaps or whatever. Yeah. So it's kind of a spin-off off of that. Like it's directed, or is it directed by Tim Burton, or is it Tim Burton's involved in some way? And you know how he is. He's like weird guy.
No.
But it's like a spin-off off the Addams Family. So there's the parents, Morticia, and what is the dude's name? I was about to say Gonzo, but that it's something like that, like Gomez, that's his name. And then they have their kids, Wednesday and Pugsley. Fucking stupid ass name, by the way. But,
Pugsley.
But yeah, so like that's like it's like the Addams Family is like very much a thing, and this is like a spinoff off of that. And she gets sent to like this like basically like boarding school for like creatures because she keeps getting kicked out of school and shit for being demonic.
Nobody
basically
understands me.
And it's like there's a series of like murders that are going on, and it's just like they're trying to figure out who did it, and everybody from like the outside thinks that it's somebody within the school because they view the school as like outcasts and everything like that, so they think that somebody from the school is doing it. And then it's basically just following her as she tries to figure out what's going on and who it is. And it's like, it's very much like if you're into like Tim Burton stuff, it's very like on par with that. It's very like, it follows that kind of vibe to the sense where it's like, it's dark, but like it's not too dark, if that makes sense. Like you could show it to like a younger kid and like it probably, I mean, not like young, but like, you know, like 8, 9, 10, 11,
doesn't
whatever.
go all the way. It's like tolerable.
Yeah, it's not like severe murder mystery type thing, but at the same time, like it does have that element of darkness to it. And I thought she was really good in it.
Cool.
I heard that she learned to play the cello. There is literally one scene in the show where she plays the cello, and apparently she learned how to play the cello to do it.
That's pretty cool.
Like it's a very good show. It's very interesting. So she might not be my celebrity crush, but she is very talented. And I think that she is she's gonna be in a lot of shit for a long time.
Yeah. She's so young too.
Yeah, 20 years old. She's gonna be in a lot of things for a long time.
Big time.
But I also wonder if she'll get like typecasted.
Yeah, she could.
Because it seems like a lot of the stuff she's in, she plays like a similar kind of role. Like it's like dark. It's like,
I feel like everybody kind of gets typecasted.
Yeah, but I mean, also she's good at it. So if she does get typecasted, then you know every movie that she is in or every show that she's in,
kind of know you're
probably
will
be
good.
Bang because of that. Yeah. But
cool. Jenna Ortega, shout out Barnabas. Barnabas has a huge crush on Jenna Ortega. So if you listen to this, Barnabas, it's for you, man.
Barnabas.
Yeah, crazy name, right?
That's a real person.
This is
you have a friend.
One of my fraternity brothers.
That's his name.
Barnabas Casa. Yep. He is Ethiopian.
I don't think I've ever heard that name before.
No.
Yeah,
but I hadn't either.
Ethiopian.
I
don't know why, but when you said Barnabas, I just imagined a severely white man, like a
Barnabas,
but like a severely European man.
All right, that's fair.
Like, I don't know why. That was what I imagined. Because that doesn't really sound like a African name either, to me at least. Like Barnabas. It sounds like a posh white name.
That's fair. I can see that.
Barnabas.
Yeah, he's very much not that, but...
I mean, sorry, Barnabas.
Nah, it's not doesn't matter.
Sorry that I called your name white. I've never... Does he go by Barnabas or does he have like a nickname?
We call him Barney most of the time.
Figured.
Yeah.
But
that's a good one. Yeah. Shout out Barnabas, man.
Yeah, shout out to you, Barnabas.
No.
Dope name.
Very, very good name. Cool. Well, let's talk about geese. Dude, I hate geese.
Fuck geese.
I hate geese. And geese swans too.
I don't really have a problem with swans, but
brother,
I've never had an interaction with swans, so
scary.
Have you had an interaction with swans?
Yeah.
What do they like run down on you?
They want to bite the shit out of you. And they flap that. I've never run faster in my life. Sucks. And I saw a black swan bite a lady. Dude, I don't mess with them, bro. They're literally like geese on steroids. Don't mess with them. I don't like them.
I mean, I don't really see swans out in nature, but now I know if I see one,
I only saw them. So I guess preface, well, not anymore, but I when I was in Florida, because my grandma lives in Florida, I would see them. Yeah, they're not very nice creatures. So
yeah, I mean, I put that thing about geese in the notes because geese are worse than deer in the sense that, you know, we had our Nate's story time about me almost dying, flipping my car, everything because of deer and shit. Or no, that was because of a cat, but like, you know, all that stuff. But I was going to work one day and I'm driving down the road where I almost hit the deer the one time. And a bunch of geese just decide it's their time to cross the street. And that's fine because, like, you know, they don't sprint out in front of the car or whatever like deer do. But they don't give a fuck about you.
No.
The geese, so I'm driving to work. I see these geese are like in the median. There's one on the road, and I'm like, all right, you know, I'll slow down. Maybe it'll, you know, fly off. Nope.
Oh yeah, geese just take their damn time.
They walk across the street.
Across.
Bro, I'm telling you, I stopped
for probably a good minute.
I was there for 2 minutes.
Yeah,
waiting for these geese because bro, there was like 20 of them. There was like 10 big ones, 10 medium sized ones. Like they were just taking their sweet ass time. So I'm stopped and I'm at the front, and so I'm sitting there. Car pulls up next to me, and then next thing I know, I look back. There's like 20, 30 cars behind me because these geese are just taking forever, and they're honking their horns, and I'm like, what do you want me to do? I'm honking my horn at the geese, trying to get them to fly away, and the geese are just like, I don't give a fuck about you.
To some extent, I kind of have to respect them. They just don't care, bro. Like, it's their place.
Bro, I was 2 minutes late to work because I had to. I always, like, when I go to work, I always get there like right when I'm supposed to. Like, if I get there early, I'll sit in my car.
I always make sure I'm at least like 5 minutes early just so I can decompress for a second.
Yeah, but like, I mean, that's, you know, I'm working a part-time job where I don't really have much going on, and I'm the only person working there, so it's not like I have anything like anybody. Yeah. So like, if I get there early, I'll sit in my car and then I go in when my shift starts. But I usually get there like right around when my shift starts. Like if I have to work at 2, I'll pull into the parking lot at like 157, and then I'll sit in the car for a minute or two, and then I'll go in.
Yeah.
I pulled into the parking lot, like I think I was supposed to be there at like 1. I think I pulled into the parking lot at like 1:01. Just like, again, nobody is there except for me working, and I usually open like 20, 30 minutes before like anybody like comes in to like play basketball or volleyball or whatever, so it's not an issue at all. But like, I was just sitting there and I was like, damn, geese made me late for work because they just don't give a fuck.
Yeah, okay.
They don't care.
No.
I thought honking my horn would get them to like fly away. They'd get scared. No, they are unbothered.
Have you ever consumed goose?
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Have you?
No.
Oh, okay. Neither have I.
No.
Do you know people that, like, that's a thing? People eat goose?
Yep.
I've never heard of anybody eating goose.
No.
I don't think.
I've eaten duck before. Obviously, it's a little different.
Yeah, turkey, duck, chicken. Those are the like the birds that I've heard being consumed.
It's definitely less common, but I mean, I would never want to eat a goose, personally.
Have you ever had turducken?
No. I wouldn't mind it though.
I had it one time, but like I don't even think it was like a. It's just it's weird because it's like turkey and then duck and then chicken, and they're all very.
Turkey and chicken are essentially the same thing or very close,
but they have very different like taste though, you know.
A little bit, yeah.
And then,
I'm saying like in terms of the two being the most similar. Probably
yeah,
those
and then you throw duck in there too, and duck is a lot more like fatty and like it's cool, but like it's
just
weird.
A lot, bro.
There's a weird dynamic going on there for sure.
I haven't tried turducken, and I'm not in any real rush to either. But you know, I want to try alligator. I think I've heard that's actually pretty good.
There's a couple places in Richmond that have like alligator bites.
No, I have to try it out sometime. I don't know. Oh, one thing real quick, and then I'll let you go to whatever you want, just because I want to get this off the board. The board. See, there's the first one, bro. Every episode.
There it is. Hey, at least
what time are we at?
Like 50 minutes.
Damn. One of these episodes, I'm not gonna have a voice crack, but
one day.
We're both big UFC guys. I wanted to ask you, Francis Ngannou, scary guy, right?
Very large man.
Large African American man. I would probably cry if I had to get in the ring with him. But if I did have to get in the ring with him, and if you had to get in the ring with him, how much would somebody have to pay you to go? We're not even talking about a full fight here because that's irrelevant because neither of us would even make it a full fight. Neither of us would even make it a round.
Nope.
But how much would somebody have to pay you to be in the ring with Francis Ngannou for 1 round of a 5-round fight?
Millions.
Realistically, though.
Millions.
But hear me out, right? And I get
millions.
Okay, but I get that's easy to say.
That's permanent brain damage.
If somebody had a briefcase in front of you, right? And let me set the stage a little bit more now. So 1 round with him, right? And like, I don't know if I want to say he just knocks you out with one punch, or if he like leg kicks you into oblivion. You're gonna get knocked out in the fight.
I figured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how much money are you saying?
Millions.
How many million?
Bro, that's permanent brain.
Like I'm talking no taxes are taken from this money. Briefcase.
That's permanent brain damage.
For sure. Briefcase full of this money, and it's just handed to you. Right there, right after you get knocked out, you wake up, money's there.
What if you don't wake up?
Well, this is assuming that you'll wake up.
You'll wake up, you might just have a mushy
broken
brain.
jaw, yeah. Probably broken jaw too.
Okay, see, I don't know. Because this is
and you'll wake up and no real like lifelong like you'll be fine after. You know what I mean?
I mean, if that's the case,
you might have
then
to get your jaw like okay, so we'll take CTE out of it, right? You'll just have like a little concussion. You'll have a concussion. Okay. It's nothing long lasting. You'll be fine. And you have a broken jaw. But he just throws a haymaker sent from heaven onto your face. And then afterwards, you know how he fought Alistair over him? You remember that? Mm-hmm. You fall down and he's going hammer fist, dank. Oh. But you're already knocked out at that point. And I was talking to my buddy Attila about this, and he was like, dude, because we literally talked about this, and I said I was going to bring it up, and I was like, dude, if I was laying down and I got knocked out, I would just be like this, just calm, just waiting for all. I was like, brother, that's cap. If it was me, I wouldn't be going like this. I'd be going, oh, God. Dude. Yeah. Yo, and you get leg kicked one time.
Those hurt.
But your leg is not broken. Just severely bruised. Severely.
Are my medical expenses covered, or
yes.
does that come out of the cash?
Money? No, UFC. I don't know. Well, yeah, I'm sure UFC covers medical expense.
I bet they don't. UFC treats their fighters like shit, from what I've heard.
Really? I wonder if maybe for the top fighters they give it. I don't know.
Maybe, but
I feel like they would cover medical expense. I feel like they would have to, bro. Or maybe not. I don't know.
I would say, if there's no long term,
but short term, you're fucked.
$1 million.
Yeah.
If there's long term lasting effects, then I need to make sure
probably
that
like 5 to 10.
Yeah, at least 5, because then I got to make sure that I'm good, but also like if I'm taking permanent brain damage, like my future generations, my kids, my grandkids, they better also be good. You know what I'm saying? So like, if there's no brain damage or no long lasting effects, then I'd probably say like $1 million. And then anything, if there's anything permanent, then we would have to reevaluate the situation, because, bro, even at $1 million, I don't know if I'm like, I think I would be too afraid to get in. Like, if you came to me tomorrow and was like, I set it up, and I was like, you set up what? I got Francis Ngannou, and we got a sponsor. They're gonna give you $1 million cash, no taxes. He gonna punch you in the face. I'd be like, I think I'm all right, man.
Yeah, I don't think I'd do it.
So I don't know. It might be more than $1 million. Too. It might have to be more than $1 million, because even at $4 million, I don't know if I'm doing it.
I would go a cool $1 million, because then honestly at that point, if I really didn't want to, like, I wouldn't really have to work. I would literally put the $1 million in my savings, and then work probably part time, and then I'd be fine, because I would just invest like at least 500,000 of it, maybe a little more.
Yeah,
I'd be good. I'd be chilling. But I'd probably go about $1 million. But would you rather fight John Jones or Francis Ngannou? Both of those just suck. Because in one extent, right, you have Francis Ngannou, who you're going to get knocked out quick.
I think he's going to hit me really hard.
You'll probably cry before you even get in the ring. And then you'll cry in the ring, pee your pants.
I feel like John Jones would just make me suffer.
Bro, I feel like I would much rather get knocked out just one clean time than get hella elbows to the face and bust my face open. Because that's what John Jones would do. And he would kick the shit out of your legs.
He would just make you suffer. Like,
he would just do teep kicks the entire time, bro, to your knee. He'd do leg kicks just to your calf. He would then take you down. And once he takes you down, elbow.
Yeah, I think in that scenario, I'd rather get in the octagon with Francis Ngannou, but
I legitimately think I would cry. I really do think I would cry.
I think I would accept my fate and just.
I'd cry for sure.
I mean, I probably would too.
Yeah.
But I think I'd just be standing there and I'd just be like, just do it. Just please do it. I can't.
I would literally get on the ground if we were actually in the scenario and they'd said, oh yeah, you just have to fight him for 1 round and we'll give you $1 million. I would just, I think I'd get in the ring and just tell the ref I'm good. He wins.
I don't think you'd get the money at that point. I think there's like a stipulation where you have to actually fight.
I would go up to him and be like, dude, please just get me in please don't hit my face. Get me in a choke and I will tap immediately.
Second, his arm goes
or
right,
just choke me out. I don't even care.
He doesn't even have it locked in, and you're just like,
please, dude. Oh, dude,
Yeah,
I would cry. I would literally cry.
I think if I was in that situation or any situation where I had to fight a UFC fighter and they're like, you have to fight back. I'm immediately like, as soon as the bell goes, I'm getting on my back and I'm just doing that thing where you just keep kicking up.
Oh no, because I wouldn't even want to do that though, bro.
But that's the best chance I have of
kicking the hell out. They're gonna kick all up and down your hamstring. Yeah. They're gonna kick your legs.
But that's the best chance I have of keeping them away from me though. Like if I just start flailing my legs like a madman.
Imagine you got kicked in your nuts, bro.
Well, then that's a low blow, and that's.
Oh, but that happens sometimes when they do like those reverse side kicks.
Yeah, but then that's points my way. At that point, I'm putting my.
It's a no contest then.
Putting my nuts on the line for points my way, and then if they call off the fight because I got kicked in the nuts, then I can say I didn't technically lose to whoever because it was a no contest. So
I just hate people who say like, "Oh yeah, dude, if I was fighting like a 135-pound girl, I'd kick her ass." No, you wouldn't, bro. Nope. You get pieced up quickly. You'd have no chance. Yeah. I would have zero chance of winning versus any single UFC fighter.
Yeah,
doesn't matter the weight class. Doesn't matter the gender. Any professional fighter. I'm done, bro. Mm-hmm. I'm not trust me. People say I'm big and strong, whatever. Cool, bro. No, I'm getting pieced up.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So this episode dropping right after Christmas. So Merry Christmas if
Merry Chrysler.
You're watching this.
Hope you got something good for Christmas.
Yeah, comment if you got anything cool. Did you get anything cool for Christmas, Spencer?
I already pretty much know what I got because
even
though this is coming out after, I already know what I got. So
yeah,
pretty much just bought my own presents, but yeah.
It would appear that I got a cat for Christmas. So
that's a pretty dude. Oh my god, dude, you have no idea how much I would love just a Christmas. I mean, I know I'm gonna get a dog after I move out, and I'm thinking the more and more I've thought about it, it's either gonna be a baby blue pit bull or honestly, dude, a little golden retriever.
Golden retrievers are dope.
Just a great first dog too. Just goated. Yeah. So those are gonna be, but one of the two that I get. But I would love to get a dog for Christmas. Just love animals, man.
I was trying to think. I prefaced the whole Christmas thing, and I was gonna talk about something Christmas related, but nothing really came to mind. And so I was gonna jump to like the New Year's stuff, but honestly, we should probably save that because the next episode would be coming out like a day or two after New Year's.
Yeah, it'd be
so
better
it would make
to do a
more
recap
sense
after.
So I'm trying to think, is there Christmas, man? I mean, Christmas is a good time of year, but
is that your favorite holiday?
Dude, see, all right, it's tough. I would say yes, but also at the same time, like, I don't know. I think Christmas, like, as you get older, like, it kind of, like, completely changes.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, the meaning. Because, like, when you're a kid, it's all about the presents.
Yeah.
It's all presents.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm getting presents.
Yeah.
As you get older, it's more like spending time with family, everything like that.
Crazy all the stuff you didn't want when you were younger, you now want when you're older.
Underwear, socks.
Clothes. I used to get clothes, and I was like, bro, clothes, bro.
The only clothes that I ever wanted.
That's all I ordered.
The only clothes that I ever wanted for Christmas when I was young was like jerseys.
Yeah.
Like I'd ask for like football jerseys, basketball jerseys, whatever. But like clothes, nah. But now like I'm like, yes, clothes.
I love clothes now.
But yeah, I would say yes. I think it's my favorite holiday. But at the same time, I don't know, bro. Thanksgiving is really close. Because here's my thing. Yes, it's about spending time with your family, everything like that, which is great. But see, for me, because I'm, my half of my family on my dad's side, they're all Serbian Orthodox. So we celebrate Orthodox Christmas on that side of the family.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of have two Christmases. We celebrate December 25th Christmas at home.
All that stuff.
And then we go to Pennsylvania to celebrate Orthodox Christmas on January 7th. So because of that, Christmas itself is more like low key for my family. Like it's just like me and my parents. It's not really like anything crazy going on, which is great. But because it's not like, you know, the whole family's getting together or anything, even that, like it's not like super family oriented. It's more just kind of like, it's kind of just like another chill day in the sense, it's very similar. Christmas in my house is very similar to like Thanksgiving in my house. It's just like, you know, a couple people kind of vibe out, you know, nothing too crazy. But but Thanksgiving, the food just slap. I mean, Christmas, you know, we have some good food too, but Thanksgiving's all about the food, you know. There's plenty of options.
Oh yeah.
So I think because it's kind of split like that, I would still say Christmas is my favorite holiday in general. Like if you take the 2 days, like the spirit of the time of year and the holiday, I would say that's my favorite holiday. But bro, Thanksgiving, I like to eat, bro. They're tight. It's a tight contest. I do like the vibe though. Like the vibe leading up to Christmas, I really enjoy.
I think Christmas is good too because you got. I mean, it's kind of the same thing with Thanksgiving. How you got Thanksgiving and Halloween kind of next to each other, but then you know you got Christmas, then you got very shortly after New Year's. So that's kind of like you got both of those. And then I can't stand people who say Happy New Year like 5 times after it's like already happened.
Yeah.
After the first week of January, bro, just stop.
Yeah. See, for me personally, it's like this. October hits, I'm in spooky mode, and I love it. It's great. Once November hits, people jump straight to Christmas. Fuck y'all. Stop doing that shit. Please stop jumping straight to Christmas and disrespecting Thanksgiving. Like, I know Thanksgiving doesn't necessarily have like a whole vibe lead up of everything like that.
That's pretty good.
But Thanksgiving is elite. Y'all need to stop disrespecting Thanksgiving.
I would take Thanksgiving over Halloween any day of the week.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, now Halloween is just like, Halloween I only enjoy because of the vibe. Like, I like the spooky vibe of the month. Yeah. But like actual Halloween, bro, 2 people came to my door for trick-or-treat. Like 2 or 3 kids came to my door for trick-or-treating. Like, Halloween is kind of dying, to be honest, but I like that spooky vibe. Then there's Thanksgiving. So it's like October, spooky. November, it's just kind of fall vibes, and then Thanksgiving. But then once December hits, I'm all about the festive vibes, you know. Put on that Mariah Carey. Let me hear some songs, you know.
Undefeated. Mariah Carey's undefeated.
I'm always down for that. But at the same time, bro, like people be starting it too early, bro.
Yeah.
Even honestly, you don't even have to wait till December. At least wait till Black Friday, bro.
Yeah.
Like if it's Black Friday, I go to the mall and there's Christmas music playing. Perfect. That's great. Because guess what? I'm probably there shopping for Christmas stuff. That's fine. But if I go into the mall like November 13th and there's Christmas music playing,
a little soon for
like,
that.
Hey guys, I love to get festive, but we're doing it a little bit early.
I want a snowstorm to happen, bro. I want to go sledding, dude. I love sledding and all that stuff.
We could, if it snows, we could just go to the hill by Farmwell.
I need a big hill, bro. Bomb a huge hill.
We should go snowboarding.
Yeah, I've never been. I've always wanted to.
We should go snowboarding sometime.
I feel like you've been decent amount.
A couple of times. Nothing. I haven't been since I was like young.
I want to go just because I know, like, obviously, like I feel like I'm an athletic dude, but it'll just funny because I know at first, like, it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna fall and stuff, but I love that stuff. It'll be a lot of fun.
I think if you go with the right people, like, and you know you're gonna make a fool of yourself, it's fun.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I would have a great time.
We should do that. I feel like that would be really fun. Get a couple of the boys, go to like.
We go to Whitetail, and they also have I think that's what it's called, right? Whitetail.
Yeah, I think so.
And then they also have the inner tubes where they have
snow tubing.
Snow
tubing is fun.
I love that. I love that so much. Fun. Yeah, that'd be a good time.
I went a couple of times when I was young. I didn't even really snowboard. I like skied, or my dad made me take like skiing lessons, and I quit. I gave up on skiing because I was like, this shit's too hard. Because like I'd go down, and then I don't know why my dumb ass couldn't figure it out. Like they were like, you know. All right, they had you on like those little tiny hill. Like it wasn't even really a hill. It was like this little tiny hill at the bottom of the slope. And like they make you go down it. They teach you, point your toes in, point it out, like how to turn, everything like that. But then once you get to the bottom of the little thing, they tell you to walk back up. So they tell you to turn your skis sideways and walk up the thing. And I couldn't figure that part out. Yeah. I kept just sliding back down. And so I was like, fuck skiing. This is stupid. I don't want to do it. And then I just went over to the snow tubing and just did that. But there's a ski resort in Deep Creek, and that's I think it's called Wisp. Wisp ski resort.
Sounds like a ski resort name.
But yeah, I mean, Deep Creek is just like a really solid place, bro.
Deep Creek's cool.
They got summer activities, winter activities. They got it all, bro.
Yeah, they do.
So we should, especially winter time right now. We should go snowboarding.
I'll be down. I've always wanted to. So I want to get off
Pick
the bucket
a weekend
list,
or something and just go. Say fuck it.
Oh yeah.
You can't come, Olive, but
unfortunately, I love that cat,
bro. She is.
I'm happy she likes me too. Because I'm not really around cats that much, so it's nice to see.
She is just vibing, bro.
I warmed her. I think that was smart too. I got her warmed up. I was like, oh, here's a
take
toy.
it a little slow.
Yeah, you can't just dive in, bro.
Yeah, nah. Bro, that's a toy and she's using it as a pillow. She just loves to sleep, bro.
Yeah.
She's a sleeper for sure. But
sleeper build.
Sleeper build.
I hate that saying so much.
Bro, you're not a big car guy, bro?
Is that what it's from? Sleeper. I see it on like more of the fitness side when on like TikTok and stuff. People be like sleeper build, and it's essentially like,
okay, I see.
You know what it is? Somebody who doesn't look like they're like super like strong or maybe vascular.
Yeah.
And then they'll like take off their shirt or something. They'll just be like, oh wow, sleeper build. So it's like that.
See, I was thinking like cars, like people that like fucking, build out their like shitty Honda Civic or whatever, and, like, and then you like soup it up, and you like you look at it and you're like, oh, it's not that tough.
Same
and then
thing,
then they gap you in a race, and you're just like, oh, all right,
nice. Same thing.
That's where I'm not a car guy, but that's where I hear the term sleeper build a lot.
Yeah.
This is a good question, and then we'll start to wrap it up.
All right.
I want to ask you this because you put it on here, and I want to know. I feel like I know what you're gonna say. But you put the notes, which meal is the best and why? Mm-hmm. And I'd like to know, out of the 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, which one do you look at and you're like, yeah, that's clearly the best one of the day?
It's hard because I like all 3 so much. I just like to eat food, you know what I mean? And it's hard because you can have breakfast for dinner. You can have, you know what I mean, whatever. Yeah, shoot, I've had lunch for breakfast. I've had dinner for breakfast before. I just like food, bro. I like, but you know what's crazy? I put this and I'm having I've kind of had trouble. You don't have an
answer.
It's hard, bro. I mean, I do, just because at least right now when I do have food, this seems to be the one that I just eat the most. So it's just like I like it. Lunch. I like lunch a lot, and the reason that I like lunch a lot is because. I feel like with breakfast, at least this is just how I view it. Breakfast, obviously, you kind of have your classic foods that you eat. You got eggs, you got oatmeal, you got orange juice, you got bacon, all that good stuff, right? Breakfast food. Dinner, kind of the same thing of what you're expecting. Yeah, you can have breakfast or dinner, but most of the time it's like, just like, I don't know, maybe like chicken, steak, you have some fish, you have some potatoes, you got some green beans in there. You know what I mean? Like very dinnery stuff. For me, lunch, dude, can be like an amalgamation of the two.
That was a crazy word.
I'm nice with it, bro. I'm trying to tell y'all, bro. I'm good with it.
Amalgamation?
Yeah.
Spell that shit.
You might catch me slipping, but you're never going to catch me in a coma.
Okay, spell it.
No chance. No chance.
I know what it means.
I mean, I feel like I maybe could get close. Like amal, it's like AMAL, gamation, GAMATION.
I honestly...
That seems like it probably would be. Yeah, I was right. Because amalgamated and then shun, just ION.
Amalgamation.
Yeah, I was on.
The action, process, or result of combining or uniting.
Yep.
Sounds like you even used it right.
I'm good, bro. I have an
eclectic vocabulary.
A pretty wide vernacular, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, an expansive vernacular. I'm not bad with it. But yeah, so I feel like lunch could kind of be a combination of the two. You could have either or. It's like it's your midpoint, so you could be like, yeah, maybe I didn't have breakfast today. I'm just gonna have some breakfast for lunch, or not gonna have time for dinner today. Maybe I'll have some dinner foods for lunch. And even if you're gonna have dinner, your lunch is gonna be closer to your dinner than it would be to your breakfast in most cases. So I feel like you can kind of just mix and match and go with what you're feeling. And that's usually my biggest meal of the day, so I would say lunch.
It's weird because for me, I don't know, because I would say probably if we're talking like time of day wise, dinner, because that's like my meal where I but if we're talking type of food, I'd probably go breakfast. Because bro, breakfast food, like you said, you can have it whenever, but like breakfast food is just kind of
breakfast is the dessert of the meals.
It's like it's so elite. Like you said, eggs. There's a million different ways you can make eggs. That alone.
Put syrup on stuff. Put jam on stuff.
Bacon.
Sausage. Cheesy eggs. Some hash browns. Some pancakes. Some waffles, bro. Some French oatmeal toast. Some French toast, bro. Some nice blueberries, blackberries, bananas, strawberries, you name it. There's watermelon. Go crazy with it. So many
different things you could do with breakfast food.
I love breakfast.
So it's like
classic diners always have really good breakfast.
But I don't really eat breakfast though, if that makes sense.
Most of the time I don't either.
Like I don't like get up in the morning and eat breakfast.
You know what I've been having most of the time for breakfast now? 2 turkey hot dogs and a protein shake. And a banana.
Couple turkey glizzies and a shake.
Gas. And they're like the turkey cheddar ones. Like they're
in the morning?
Yeah. Like 10 o'clock. 9 o'clock sometimes.
I can't even lie, bro. I mean, I
love them, dude. I get on kicks where I can just do the same thing over and over again. Right now, that's what I'm rocking.
Because sometimes when I do get on breakfast kicks, like I'll make a scramble every morning, like a bowl, and like eggs, potatoes, cheese, corn and black bean salsa, bro. Start putting that on your eggs, bro. That shit go crazy. If you try it, corn and black bean salsa, nice little, or even regular salsa if you want to go regular salsa, but. Bro, I'm a big fan of the corn and black bean salsa.
No.
But it's weird. Like I'll go through phases where like I'll like get up, make breakfast every day, and then I'll just like one day I'll just be like I don't really feel like it, and then I just won't eat breakfast again for like however long. But I can't even judge you for the hot dogs for breakfast thing because the other day, woke up like 7 a.m., 6:30, 7 a.m. after a night out, and I just started eating cold pizza.
Can't really do a cold pizza anymore.
Really?
I like it warm with some ranch.
I mean, yeah, obviously it's better. I
can.
That.
I haven't.
It's better like that.
I used to do it all the time when I was younger, but now I don't do it as much anymore.
I woke up. I don't know if I was hungover or still drunk because it was like 6:30, 7 in the morning, but I was like, I am so hungry. Cold pizza.
When I'm hungover,
not my proudest moment for sure.
I get up and I slam a huge glass of chocolate milk. Huge.
That would.
Or just regular milk.
That's where you lose me, but
love it so much.
Chocolate milk valid, regular milk not so valid.
Love it. But yeah, that's what I usually do in the morning.
But I think I would have to go breakfast.
Yeah.
But like I don't know because I don't actually eat it at that time. But like
really
it could be like 3 p.m. I'll make some scrambled eggs because why the fuck not?
They're all intertwinable, really. I mean, you know what I mean? It's just kind of you can have whatever. But from like the classic term of what I think we perceive it as, what foods you're having, you know, lunch and breakfast seem to be the winners. Dinner's a sleeper, man.
Dinner is a sleeper.
Yeah.
It's about that time. Start wrapping it up though. So
weekly wisdom.
I propose to you the question, what doth you have to say?
What doth I have to say?
Spit some wisdom.
All right.
Wench.
This is what I have for this week, man. It's this to me, I honestly read this and I was like, bro, that is actually perfect. And it just like, I don't know. I feel like everybody can relate to this. So people are who they are. They aren't who you want them to be. And I actually love this because just in a broad sense, in relationships you may have now, in relationships you want to have in the future, we all have this picture of who our friends are, right? Or who our loved ones are, or anybody in our life, right? And sometimes we selfishly or unselfishly kind of want to change them to fit how we best perceive them, or we look at them maybe in a light that they aren't or they are, whatever. People are always going to be who they are. They're not going to be who you want them to be. And I think that that's important just in like friendships you have and stuff like that, because you might want somebody to be a certain way, but that's just not how they are, bro. They're not wired that way. So it's like, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm really explaining it well or not.
No, I get what you're saying.
It's like, it's hard to, it's one of those things where you just hear it and it just makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So that's
kind
of
like you can't change how a person is. You can't,
no, as much as you may want to.
You can influence people to, want to be the best version of themselves or try to improve in areas where they may lack, but you can't change who they are as a person.
Yeah. And it can even be like a negative thing too, right? It's like you lose friends, right? And you're like, damn, like I'm really mad. Like I'm sure this has happened to me before. It sucks, but I'm better off without these people. But it's like, man, really, I lost this friend. And like that sucks. But it's like, really, were they ever that? Because they showed who they truly are. As much as you want them to be that person that you thought they were, they're clearly not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I saw a TikTok recently and it said, think of your life as a TV show. Some people are meant to be there for just a season. Yep.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And
that was I think Tyler Perry said that too on a like an interview or something like that.
Yeah, maybe it was a TikTok of Tyler Perry.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, I'm sure multiple people have said it.
But
that's facts.
It's kind of like that. Like, some people are gonna come and go. That's kind of their purpose.
Yep.
But you can't change. They can't change who you are, and you can't change who they are.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't try to. You should try to bring the best out of everybody, but you shouldn't.
You should never try to change who somebody is as
are.
a person. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
Cool. Nice.
I like it. Mine. We're both gonna be wise this week.
Nice.
No jokes here this week. No funny business.
Kind of a heavy week,
Yeah, but I mean, still, there's some fun things intertwined.
For sure.
But definitely a more serious week tone overall of this episode.
Yeah.
When you're down in life, just look for small victories. You got to take the good with the bad. Not everything's always going to be sunshine and rainbows and everything's going to be good. There's going to be points in time where you're really down in life or you really feel like world's just kicking your ass. Everything's going bad. Spencer said it's been a rough couple of weeks for a lot of people that we know. And, on top of that, not to get into my own personal shit, I'm not going to get into that at all. But just I've been having a rough time lately. Just in life, and so it kind of just feels like everything's stacking up at this point. It seems like one bad thing is just coming after another. It's like life is just kicking my ass. So you gotta look for small victories.
You also have to have the bad to have the good too.
Absolutely. If you only had good, then you wouldn't be able to appreciate it.
Yep.
The bad makes you appreciate the good, but at the same time, like even when things feel extremely shit, and you're like, wow, things couldn't get worse. That's the point in time where you gotta take these small things and be like, wow, that's good. Like, I've been going through a rough time. Oh, I have a cat now. Yeah. Like sometimes I just be sitting there and I'm having a shitty day or I'm struggling with something I'm working on or I've been on LinkedIn applying to 7 million jobs in a day and it's getting frustrated. And then I look over and I'm just like, look at that cute little cat. Why are you twitching? You dreaming? But that, and then I'm like, okay, well, that made me feel a little bit better. Or oh, hey, at least this happened. Oh, the World Cup's on today. Obviously, the World Cup is over now, but having a shit time. And I'm like, oh, at least I can, watch soccer for a little bit, whatever. So, you just got to find things that you can take as a small victory and be like, okay, today might have been a shit day, but at least this one decent thing happened. And then if you start to take your small victories, they'll start to grow larger and larger. Mm-hmm. You'll start to find bigger things that you can be like, oh, okay, this happened today. It's a good day. And then they'll just keep growing. And then you'll eventually, things will start to look up.
For sure. But my dad also told me too, he's like, things are never as bad as they seem. As bad as things are, it could always be worse. Yeah. So you gotta appreciate where you're at too.
Yep.
Yeah.
So cool. It's kind of the wisdom I have.
I like it.
So what should we do now, Spencer?
Guess we should tell them where they can find us if you want to find us on social media, man. If you want to find me on social media, easy, Spencer_Pain123 on Instagram. I also have Instagram for my fitness account at Pain Gains with a Z. And that's actually the same thing on TikTok. If you want to follow me, it's at Pain Gains 2. If you want to add me on Snap, that's Spencer_Pain42. As always, man, follow us on the Uncontested Podcast at the Uncontested Podcast on all platforms except YouTube or the Uncontested Studios on YouTube. But yeah, you can find us on, Apple Podcasts. You can find us on Spotify, on Instagram, or on TikTok. Yeah, man. And that's all at the Uncontested Podcast. And then obviously on YouTube, it's at the Uncontested Studios. Like, share, comment, give us 5 stars. And yeah, Nate, where can I find you at?
Y'all can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Nate Vranis. And you can follow me on TikTok at Cucumber Water. That's it, really. That's all I have.
Cool.
Make sure you follow all that. Specifically, follow the Uncontested stuff. I don't really care if you follow me, if you follow the Uncontested Podcast, I'd like both, but
I'd prefer one.
I'd prefer you to show some love to the podcast, share it with a friend.
Check out the
Tell
TikTok.
them we're funny.
Check out the TikTok.
There's been a couple people that I don't really know like that, and they've been like, oh, I'm gonna show a podcast to my friend or whatever. Start doing that. Show it to a friend. If you know us personally, show it to somebody who don't know us personally, or don't. But if you don't,
whatever.
What, you don't want to see us win? I don't.
It's all win together, man. But yeah.
But that's all I've got. Come here. Say goodbye. You got anything to say?
Olive says peace out, man. We love y'all. Deuces.
Goodbye.